If you're an independent or a Democrat, chances are over the past few weeks you spent a lot of time thinking, talking, and reading about who it is you're going to support in the election, Clinton or Obama. And if you're like me, you've probably noticed that the Clinton supporters tend to make their case for her on a more cerebral level, whereas the Obama supporters tend to argue more from the heart. The weird thing about me is that I have the strangest feeling that I've heard this argument played out somewhere else before that I just can't put my finger on.
The logical thing would be to vote for Senator Clinton. Her intellect and experience at the highest levels of government are clearly superior to those of Senator Obama.
Yes, but aren't great leaders those who inspire us to find within ourselves what Lincoln called the better angels of our nature?
Captain, I fail to see the connection between the search for a mythical winged being and the choosing of a president.
Well, of course you don't, Spock. And you'll never be able to understand a man like Senator Obama for that reason.
On the contrary, I understand the senator better than you might think. He, too, is the product of a union between a male and a female from two very different worlds, who has spent his life in a quest for acceptance by both.
Intriguing. He had to learn what it means to be African American, just as you learned what it is like to be human.
By God, Jim, you're making my case for me. Leaders are forged by the experience of their journeys, and the one that Obama's been on has been quite a doozy.
And you see nothing extraordinary in Senator Clinton's rise to power in America's male-dominated culture?
Yes, I'll grant you that she's boldly gone where no woman's gone before, but I'd hardly say that she got there without an awful lot of help.
But, Doctor, is it not also true that leaders must be able to form relationships and alliances in order to obtain their goals?
Well, of course it is, Spock. But when have we ever seen Senator Clinton doing those things on her own?
That's a valid point he's making, Spock. A starship comes with only one captain, and it's not clear to me that Senator Clinton has ever experienced the loneliness of command.
Loneliness, a human emotion.
Yes, and it's as much as an enemy to humans as illogic is to Vulcans.
And it's something that a leader must come to grips with if he's ever going to move forward to explore whatever frontier may lie ahead.
Fascinating. You humans place a mastery of emotion above intellectual prowess when choosing your leaders?
Spock, if mankind built a machine to run a society, it wouldn't be long before our culture became stagnant and complacent.
The brain directs the body politic's movements, just as the heart pumps the blood which fuels it.
As a physician, I'd concur with that diagnosis.
Then, Captain, you would choose the candidate who displays the greatest balance in these two qualities of leadership?
Brains are important, Spock, but humans follow their leaders because of their heart.
And just take a look at the crowd that's going to be leaving the White House soon. All the experience and intellect in the world, but they brazenly violated the Prime Directive, and now look where it's gotten them.
Yes, their forceful interference in another society's governance clearly trained their own nation's power and influence to dangerously low levels.
All of which is going to make a very interesting voyage for their new captain's 4-year mission.